So this is an AI voice recorder from RECPOINT. It records conversations in multiple languages and turns them into text automatically. It's also very slim, almost like a few credit cards, and can attach to your phone easily. In real situations like lectures, meetings, or calls, it's hard to listen and take notes at the same time. You often miss important details because your attention is divided. So instead of choosing between listening and writing, this device handles recording and notes for you, letting you stay fully focused on the conversation. But the real question is, how well does it actually perform in real use? Let's find out. In the box, you get a dedicated cable, 2 manuals, and a magnetic case. Now, the case is actually more useful than you might expect. It snaps onto your phone like a MagSafe accessory and can also store a few cards or some cash, which adds a bit of practicality. There's also a metal ring included, so if your phone doesn't support magnetic attachment, you can still use that feature. That's a good touch. Now coming to the design, it's the kind of gadget you can carry around all day without even noticing it. As mentioned earlier, it's incredibly slim, almost like a credit card with just 0.14-inch thickness. Very discreet in design. Even when it is attached to your phone, it doesn't grab attention. You can simply detach it and place it on a table. Either way, it works without any issues. Despite that slim form factor, it still manages to include multiple microphones, a battery, physical buttons, and even a small display for basic information like battery status. Also, the wave-textured surface gives it a bit of grip and improves the overall feel, while the back includes charging pins and data transfer connectors. At its core, this device connects to your phone via Bluetooth and works alongside an app, so setup is quick and easy. You don't need to deal with complicated connections. And for recording, it uses a multi-microphone setup with MEMS microphones and a VPU, which captures clear audio. Even from a distance like around 15 to 16 feet, it can capture everything pretty well. Further, there are 2 main recording modes, phone call recording and in-person recording, and the device can switch between them automatically depending on how you're using it, so you don't have to adjust settings every time. Now this is where the device really stands out. Once a recording is done, it doesn't just give you raw audio, it turns it into something useful. First, the transcription is highly accurate, supporting over 150 languages. We tested it in a multi-language scenario, and the performance was actually what we had expected. Then there's translation, which allows you to convert conversations into another language while keeping the meaning intact. Also, in a single conversation, it can detect and label different speakers automatically, which is especially useful for meetings or interviews. But the real value comes from what you can do after that. You can generate summaries from long recordings, turning them into short, easy-to-read notes. This is perfect for meetings, lectures, or even long discussions. There's also a mind mapping feature that visually organizes ideas, making it easier to understand the bigger picture. And if you want deeper insights, the system can turn your recordings into structured outputs like to-do lists, notes, or even content ideas. All of this is powered by advanced AI models. Yes, GPT-5, GPT 4.1, Claude 4.1, and Gemini 3 Pro, which is why the processing feels fast and reliable. So instead of spending time reviewing everything manually, you're getting a shortcut to the most important information. Also, if we talk about its battery life, it is rated at around 30 hours, and in real testing, it actually holds up pretty close to that claim, which is impressive if you have long classes, travel, or back-to-back meetings. On top of that, it packs a 400 mAh battery and supports fast charging, so even a quick 15-minute top-up can give you enough power to continue without interruption. It also uses a 4-pin magnetic charging port, which makes charging feel quick and effortless. You also get 64 gigabytes of internal storage, so you can store a large number of recordings without constantly worrying about running out of space. If you record without your phone, files are saved locally on the device. Later, you can transfer them via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or through the included cable, or simply upload them to the cloud for remote access. This gives you multiple flexible ways to manage your files depending on your workflow. What makes this device really interesting is how well it fits into different real-life scenarios. For students, it can completely change the way you approach lectures. Instead of rushing to write everything down, you can focus on understanding the topic and later review everything in a clean, organized format. For business use, it's equally useful for meetings, interviews, and client calls. You can maintain accurate records of discussions and avoid missing important details. For online meetings or remote classes, it works alongside your existing setup to capture conversations without relying on built-in tools that may not always be reliable. If you're dealing with different languages, the transcription and translation features make communication much easier and more natural. Even for content creators, it can be a helpful tool for capturing ideas, interviews, or discussions, and quickly turning them into structured content. And one more important point. If your device doesn't support built-in call recording, this becomes especially useful. For iPhone users in particular, it can be a strong option for capturing calls that would otherwise be difficult to record. So overall, it's not limited to one type of user. It adapts depending on how you use it. The companion app is simple and easy to use. All your recordings are available on the homepage, and you can access features like transcription, summaries, and file management without any confusion. There are also some free credits included for transcription, translation, and cloud storage when you start. However, since most of the AI processing happens in the cloud, you'll eventually need a subscription if you want to keep using all features regularly. There are different pricing tiers depending on your usage, so you can choose what fits your needs. In terms of security, it includes encrypted transfers and cloud protection, which is important when dealing with recorded conversations. So the RECPOINT NOTE AI recorder is not just about recording audio, it's about simplifying how you handle information. It's compact, easy to carry, and fits naturally into daily workflows. Instead of just storing recordings, it helps you organize and quickly extract what matters, which can save a noticeable amount of time. Whether you're in meetings, classes, or handling calls, it streamlines how you capture and review information without extra effort. It's not designed to be flashy, it's designed to be practical, and for most users, that's where its real value comes in. And that's pretty much it for this review. Now I'd like to know your thoughts. Do you think a device like this is actually useful in your daily life, or is it more of a niche tool? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.